Hi, and welcome back to It's a Miracle Beauty. My name is Brandy and we are a beauty channel by the consumer viewpoint. My first impression I am going to be doing is the Sugar Pill Capsule Collection. This is C2. This actually triggered this entire video. So Full Face Friday, every single Friday I do a full face of a brand, a theme, whatever it may be. I got this on clearance and with points. I paid less than half price for it. It retails for $42. I did pay around $15. So the theme for today for Full Face Friday is makeup that I did get on sale. So these are items I got free, I got in boxes, I got with points, I got whatever it is on sale, VIB sale, 21 Days of Beauty, whatever it is, that's this entire face is from. I honestly am really happy with that turnout. It looks like a really summery, like glowy bronzy look, which never succeeds for me ever. So I'm kind of impressed and loving this look. But if you like Full Face Fridays, I hope you will like, share, subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications, and let's get started on Full Face Friday of makeup at a discount. Okay, so we're gonna do the eyes first. As always, I did prime my eyes with the NARS Pot Concealer. This is the matte or soft matte complete concealer in vanilla. That's light 2. I set it with the Revolution in translucent. So, as you saw from the title, this is a full face of makeup that I got a special deal, discount something on. So it's all discounted makeup. So this is the Sugar Pill palette. This is with a capsule. This is the C2. I have never used anything by Sugar Pill, not a lip, not anything. I've just never used them. So it does look like this. It has some like definite neutral shades, and then it has the pops of color. I think I'm going to do a peachy look today. I think I'm actually going to take this big shade right here. This is called Retrograde. Definitely pigmented because that is with one little swipe. That is pigmented. That is very pigmented. That is crazy. So that is with that transition shade on. Next, I want to grab a smaller, more direct brush, and I think I'm actually not going to go super deep. I think I'm going to go with this little one right here called Side Eye. It's just a basic warm brown, nothing super fantastic about it. That is it. Again, this is a soft look. There is a deeper, warmer brown and like a maroon color. There's Double Shot, and then down here is Young Blood. But I kind of want a soft look. I don't want to go for anything crazy today. Next, I'm taking a Firma packing brush. This is one of the ones that have like a point to it. And I'm going to go into, this is called Elevate. Actually, I'm going to swatch it first. Okay. I thought it was a shimmer, and it is, but I wanted to make sure. I'm going to reach in the highlighter that I brought out here. This is the Anastasia, see, it's in Vegas, and it is a loose highlighter. It was free with an Anastasia order, and I'm going to use this to highlight my brow bone, and I will eventually use it for my inner corner as well. It was free with an Anastasia order, so definitely as free as it comes. I want to do it lightly because I want to make sure it's not crazy, and it is kind of crazy. A little bit too yellow for my taste. I think I am going to, though, take that original packing brush. And I'm just putting it in the center. So as a little highlight. So that is my eyes so far. I am going to go clean up and start my complexion, and we will finish the eyes a little bit later. Primer, I'm going to go on the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Primer. Make sure you shake this before you use it. I noticed mine's I use to, I think, about here, and it settles and changes, but if you shake it up and then use it, it does work better. Whenever I shop at ColourPop, I always grab a discount code. I want to think the last one I used was LA Glines, but a lot of people have them. So I do try to just use a discount code so I don't pay full price. And with it already being affordable, it works out really nice. And then I help someone that I like out financially. Typically, they do get some type of commission from those discount codes. Next, I am going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip. I actually am priming this right now. I literally only have, see, that much left right there. I got this during the Sephora VIB sale, I think a year ago. Not even in this calendar year. This is the one I do like to use in my, like, kind of awkward looking areas, either texture or pores or things like that, because that tends to be where I have trouble with foundation sticking. I sometimes use this on my entire face, but not every time. There's just not a need for it. This is one I also always let it kind of sink in, because if you try to put foundation over it before it's really like dry and sunk into the skin, it will pill on you. If you even, like right now I'm rubbing it to check it, if you rub it too much when it's drying, it will pill. So the foundation I chose is the Concealer by Tarte. I did get this half off at Tarte. I had a travel trial size that it wasn't my favorite foundation, but I do love Tarte foundations. I feel like they're foundations that work for my skin. I realize not everybody may love them, but they work with my skin really well. It turns out this probably isn't my favorite. I've been told that I'm using it wrong. I'm not sure if that's what it is, what the deal is, but we're gonna try it today. So this one is a pop top like that. And I am in shade 13N. This one actually has awkward shades for me. I prefer the 12B in winter and the 16B in summer, but there's always ones like, not every Tarte has every shade as the other one. Like for example, the 16B I believe is in the matte one, and the 12B is in the rainforest one. Hair has got to get out of the way. So I just wish they'd be more consistent and have the shades all the way through, so I didn't have to jump shades all the time. I am going to try to do a very thin layer to begin with, and then work up from there. When I used it the few times that I've tried it, it did sink into my pores. It sunk into my lines, maybe like 100 after about an hour. But a friend of mine that owns it and loves it said that it's because I use too much, that the less you use, the better it looks. So we're going to try that today. It's not that I doubt her. I hear that a lot about foundations, but then even when I like barely even cover and there's no coverage on my skin, it still isn't working well. So I always just have doubts when that's the only problem. Not that I wouldn't be guilty of ever overusing it, because yeah, sometimes I use too much. I get gung-ho. I feel like this neutral looks a little yellow on me too. Like I feel like I should have worn a pink. If I remember correctly, because this was during the Tarte half off sale, when they had their foundations half off, I think this was the only one in my shade range available. None of the beiges were available. Sometimes I think that's the biggest challenge with foundation, is finding if that company runs neutral truly, or if their neutrals run yellow or run pink. Because like Estee Lauder, their neutrals run very pink. NARS, their neutrals run very pink. But other brands, I could use a pink and it still be too yellow. So next I'm going in with my Naked Skin color corrector. My top is out. I pulled my stopper because it's like literally almost dust in there. So I got this with my Ulta points. I paid I think $4 for it. So to me that was a great deal, since I think it's like 28 or 29. And I do just want to let that sit for just a second. My hair, all my curls are already gone. The humidity today, they're just falling quickly. And right now they're in my way. I do think that color corrector works. If you see this as color corrector and foundation, only no concealer yet, and my under eyes are pretty much gone. So, or under eye circles. So I do think that that one works pretty well. It's very runny, unlike the Becca that's like thicker. So I like the moisturizing effect of the Becca, but I like the coverage of the Naked. This is the Too Faced Conceal and Perfect. Is that what's called? Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. Who's Conceal and Perfect? Isn't that Milani? But this is their concealer. I'm just using it. This is one that runs very yellow. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but on my skin it literally looks like mustard yellow. And Swan in the foundation is like a dead set match for me, if it wasn't so yellow. Like it's one of the best matching as far as the depth, but the undertone is off, even though it doesn't say it's a yellow foundation. So that is so far. I forgot to say that the Too Faced concealer actually got free, well, as well have been free. It was in my BoxyCharms, and I obviously didn't pay full price for that. Next, I am gonna powder. This is the Peach Perfect by Too Faced. This is the mattifying loose powder. This is actually made to mattify, and it's supposed to be for oily skin, but I love the way it looks on my skin. So this is not the one I actually got on sale. I'm kind of cheating on this category because I didn't really want to use the powders that I did, but I recently got this half off in a Too Faced sale. This is not the one. This is one I've been using. So this is my current one, not the one I just purchased, but I am still using it because technically I got a sale. This is one I don't use heavily on my under eye. It can make your under eye look cakey if you're not careful. This one does have a blurring effect. It does help to kind of blur out the skin and have a smoother appearance. I did not build the foundation to full. I left it at medium coverage, so obviously I'm going to have some imperfections show through, but I'm comfortable with that. This is the powder that has a very strong peach scent. Normally I don't like scented products, but for some reason this line I have always liked. I like the scent, but I dislike the fact that I can smell it or taste it for a while after I put it on. And I don't think it's that I smell my face. I think it lingers in the air or maybe gets up in your nasal passages, which with powder is never a good idea. So, and I'm asthmatic, so that's probably not good either. So I have cut back how much I use this because I do feel like there's other powders that don't affect me as much. Next, I'm going to go in and contour. I am going to use the Shade and Light by Kat Von D. I did get this in my Kat Von D mystery box, or KVD mystery box. It's going to be hard to get used to calling it KVD versus Kat Von D. It's not even a brand that I really like went towards that much, regardless of all her drama. It just wasn't like my go-to brand. It has a different aesthetic that I use or that I'm into, but I just keep calling it the wrong name. In fact, my mirror says Kat Von D. I think my thing does too. Yeah, the front does too. So these were in the mystery boxes when they're getting rid of the old packaging. This was actually the very first contour palette or contour I ever owned. I went to Sephora almost two and a half years ago, and I was trying to feel brave and try contour, and the girl sold me this, and she didn't lie. It's very good. It has high quality. It works great for fair skin. I mean, it works for all skin tones because you have all three, but for fair, a lot of times contours can have just too much warmth, so even though what they're supposed to do, they don't do, so it can be frustrating. And she was very smart. I actually ended up buying a ton of makeup from her because she had good advice and did not BS you just to sell. Next, I'm going to go in bronzer. This, again, is Too Faced. I get a lot of deals on these brands. I didn't pick a ton of Too Faced on purpose. They've just been the ones on sale recently. I did get this in my BoxyCharm. This is the chocolate gold, so this does have shimmer in it. I don't find it to be obnoxiously shimmery, but I think everybody kind of has their own opinion about this one. I will say I don't think theirs is obnoxious in the chocolate sense. I think any of the chocolate ones are okay. It's getting humid in my filming room and I can feel it. My hair is sticking to me. So that is so far. And I did do just a little bit deeper of a bronze because the blush I'm using kind of counteracts it and it blends together and makes a really cute look. So again, that was the one I received in BoxyCharm. And then at Ulta recently they had the Tutti Frutti Too Faced, like the entire collection was 75% off. I did get a couple palettes, I got a couple blushes. So this one is Apricot in the Act. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for this, if that. It was actually a really good deal. So I don't use the highlighter side. That one is just, it doesn't work for my skin, but the blush side looks really pretty. I haven't used that Too Faced powder in a while, and I forgot how much it really does blur your skin. It's kind of crazy. When you're not used to it, it like
gives you a filter without a filter.
Next, I have the Too Faced Sugar Peach again. I was not trying to do a tutorial on Too Faced here, but I actually get a lot of these in the boxes or on clearance. So Too Faced Sugar Peach Wet and Dry Face Eye Palette. This is in one of my letdowns for the month of August. I'm trying to find a way to use it. And I did remember that I had peach shades in here and I did kind of a peachy look. So I'm going to try to supplement that eye look a little bit. Let's give it a little bit more dimension. It's kind of got a wonky shade right now. I like how Andrea Mattiliano, I think that's how you say her name, how she does shimmer higher. Like, I love the way she makes it look. It doesn't look like put on wrong. It looks beautiful every single time. And so that's one of the things I've been thinking about trying more. Okay, I'm going to do my inner corner and then I'm going to go back into that Sugar Pill Capsule Palette and I want to do a little bit deeper on the outside. So the first one I used was this Sugar Peach shade right here. And then now I'm doing my inner corner with the Peach Pearl. I'm actually going to use it for my highlighter too, because now that I've seen how gold that Anastasia one, I don't think that's going to work. Go back into the Sugar Pill and I'm going to grab that same brush that I used for the outer corner. I think I'm going to grab this maroonish color real lightly and see what I can do to build it without making it change everything. I'm going to go back to that first peach shade. Just touch it up. It does look like that. So I'm happier with that eye look now. It doesn't have such a undone look to it. I am going to go off and do my eyebrows off camera, but I am going to use my e.l.f. pencil, which I think is normally $3. I paid a half price for that because it was buy one, get one, a half price, and this was a lower item. And then my Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpting Gel. I did get this from Influencer for free. So I'm going to go off and do my brows, and I will be right back. So I was off camera. I did prime my eyes or my eyelashes with the Voluminous by L'Oreal. I get this on the regular half off, buy one, get one half off at Ulta. So you do pay about $5 per tube. So that's what I chose for that. For lashes, I have the Wander Beauty Unleashed. This is a full size. It was in my lure this month, and to me, that makes it free because I already paid for the lure. So it came in that, and with the amount of stuff that came in it this month, it works out to be free or close to it. If you divide by the number of items, it'd work out to be about $3 for the tube. So either way, that's close enough to free for me. It does curl them, that is for sure, which it does have the curly wand. But I'm not seeing a ton of thickening, which with having a primer on is somewhat unusual because the primer gives it some thickness on its own. It is building okay. Definitely not the best I've ever seen, but definitely not the worst either. And it is going over the primer, so it's not just building on itself too, so I always take that into consideration. So that does look like that. So that is what it looks like. It doesn't look bad by any means. It's more of a natural look. It's more of that, you know, your lashes but better versus looking like falsies or mascara, which I definitely like for work and things like that. These are my favorite mascaras, so I'm definitely not mad at it. I plan on using it more. So this is a Essence Soft Contouring Lip Pencil. This one was, again, I think this one was buy one, get one 40% off, not buy one, get one 50. Does look like that. Ulta typically does do buy one get one half off, buy one get one what is it called, 50% off, 40% off, different things for drugstore prices. They didn't do the coupon codes that you can get $3.50 off, so you actually can save a decent amount of money when you do that way. It did just dawn on me, I forgot to put highlighter on. I was looking at myself, I'm like, why am I so flat? Well, a matte powder and no highlighter will do that to you. So I am going to go back into that peach pearl shade right there. This palette's a little bit too glittery for my taste, but this shade didn't seem to be super glittery, so we're going to try it. Try a different brush. I think it might be the brush that's doing that. It's like creating the line, and I hate having a line. It's one thing I've started using a bigger highlighter brush because I find that I don't get that streak as often. So again, that was that sweet peach or sugar peach. I call everything in this whole line Peach Perfect. If you listen to any of my videos, I call them all. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only thing called Peach Perfect is a lip that I'm getting in my Chic box, I can't wait, and a Peach Perfect powder. The rest are Sugar Peach, Sweet Peach, there's like names. If you listen closely, I call them all Peach Perfect. My brain just blocks all the real names out. So I was actually planning to use, again, a Too Faced that I got 75% off. I was planning to use, and this is in Show Me Your Coconuts. I was planning to use that. That would look cute with this lip, and I still do think it would look cute. But today is actually Tuesday when I'm filming this, so it is the day 1 of week 4. My lippy for the September Lippy Challenge with Samantha Pans, Red Dirt and Stardust, Who is Verity, and Cheyenne_A24 is actually one from Coco by Kylie Cosmetics, and this is in Clothes. So this was my lippy anyways. I thought that would be perfect if I used the lippy that is supposed to be for today. Which again is not the day I'm posting it, it's the day I'm filming it, is the lippy for it. But for some reason, I thought this was a gloss, not a liquid lip. I don't know why I thought that. Kylie's liquid lips are probably my least favorite of any brand. So that is the result of Full Face Friday of makeup that I did get a discount or was on sale. You know, I think I forgot to tell you that this was actually on clearance at Ulta right now. If you can find it in store, it's not online, but a lot of in stores are having it on clearance for 50% off. So this palette is actually $42 at Ulta. So if you were to do half off, you would be at $21, obviously, but you also can use points. I did use points with this. I ended up paying about $15 for it. It was earlier in August, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It was in August. So it is a deal, and I think I did forget to tell you that when I did this, but this was a first impression of their eyeshadows, and I don't 100% get down with the cohesiveness of this. To me, it lacks cohesiveness. So if you want to do a bright look, I think it is, but when you go into the neutrals, they don't work well together unless you want like the exact same look. To me, it looks like it's going to come out the same way every time. It did work really well with the Sugar Peach by Too Faced, however. So that is an idea to combine with another palette to get what you need. So that is my full face of everything on sale or a discount. I honestly am really happy with how this turned out. It turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to. As I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, ooh, ooh. And then I'm like, oh wait, I like it. So if you like Full Face Fridays, if you like makeup myths, if you like tutorials, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It does help every single YouTuber, whether they have 10 million followers or they have 100 or 5. It does help them in the algorithm. The new algorithm does work so that how long you stay in a video does affect or impact people. However, it's also what interactions they are receiving. So as you watch YouTube, it's just something to think about, that if you want a channel to flourish or you want them to succeed, to give them those likes and things like that. So that is it for today, and I hope I see you again soon.